If everybody would start making their way to the arena, we're going to go ahead and pass out our awards. Give a few more minutes for y'all to get over here. It's 3 o'clock straight up, so we're actually on time. A lot of times we're not. But this year we are, so it's all good. All right, everybody. I'm glad you all came out today to help us and to show your animals. And I know this year started out a little odd and, kind of finished a lot more normal than odd. The one thing about it is our numbers are about half what they were in 2019 when we actually got to show our calves. So my suggestion to you guys is, go encourage your friends to join this program. It's a great program. In the past, we've given about $3,200 a year out in cash money on top of your, potential scholarships and then your calf selling, and then also the additional scholarships that are sometimes given by Farm Bureau and the beef improvement and also the water board typically is involved in some cash scholarships as well. This year, we've increased our cash payout. We had a really good turnout with dollars collected. We're giving back $4,500 in cash to you kids. So that's pretty exciting for us because we've been at the 3,000, 3,200 mark for years. And last year it was even less because we didn't do, the entire program. So we're excited that we can give you guys a little bit more money. Like I said, we appreciate y'all coming out, and we're going to go ahead and start out this afternoon. If you recall, there's 4 parts to our program. This program is a little bit different than any other program. The kid just doesn't go dump feed in the feed trough and walk away and bring it on show day and walk out there. Our program is pretty significant. You've got a record book that you keep throughout the program from the time you tag in until you turn the record book in, a couple of weeks before the fair starts. Then you have an interview. How many of y'all had fun in the interview out there? All right. How about the test? That's a question. How many of you like the test? About half of you. So, So yeah, the test is another part of the program. It gives you an opportunity to learn more and learn what it really means to be a rancher in the ranching business, because you're trying to make a profit. It's what you're trying to do, and you're trying to win too. Don't get me wrong, but the bottom line is you when you leave this program, you should have a better understanding of what it takes to have a calf that can produce for you. Because one of the questions on that test was, how do you get money out of this program, or something similar to that? Anybody remember the answer to that? What are you trying to do with your calf? Go ahead, sir. You're supposed to sell it at the end, but what do you want that calf to do? If you were to keep it, Mr. Sessom in the back, make it reproduce. That's what this program is called. That's why it's replacement heifer. You want that calf to reproduce. So you guys, hopefully you learned a little bit in the program, and we're going to award some of your hard work this year. We're going to start off with hang on one second. We came out. We're going to start off with the interview and the awards with the interview. We had a fourth place tie for our interview this year, and one of those is Ryan Barron with the receive $150, and the other one is Noah Chamberlain. Noah, so you both have fourth place put on there, and we didn't even put tie, so pretty cool. And then our third place finisher in the interview was a newcomer. Wish he would have started this program a lot earlier, but this was the first year he did it, was Mr. Austin Lane. Our second place finisher in the interview is a young, somebody that's young but's been in the program a number of years, and that's Miss Zoe Romachuk. And our first place finisher for interviews is Mr. Finn Romachuk. Okay, here's the next part of our program. Is another one of the four parts. This is the record book. So our fifth place finisher for record book is Mr. Lance Sessom. That's $125 for fifth place. Our fourth place finisher for record book is Mr. Ryan Barron. That's $175, Mr. Barron. Our third place finisher for record books is Mr. Austin Lane. That's $225. Our second place finisher for record books, Mr. Finn Romachuk, $275. Our first place finisher for record books is Miss Zoe Romachuk. Just a point of interest, kind of just lay something out. We had three perfect record books this year. In years past, we've had no perfect record books, and some even better. So we had to go through some tie-breaking means, and they didn't know it, but during their interview process, there was a group of questions, and there was also a presentation point that was given, and that's how we separated. In your point standings, guys, you got 100. The last three, you got all your 100% of your points. But the only difference was in your placings here was for your for the money itself. So you all hit your 100 points, and so you got all credit for that. And we separated y'all. Like I said, we went into the interview that day, and we had a separate set of questions that we asked every kid, but it was really only to break the ties with those three characters. So just thought I'd throw that out there. Next up, let's see. We haven't talked about our test. I just noticed on On these certificates, it doesn't say for tests, but that's what this next group is for your test. And so our fifth place finisher on our test was Miss Kendall Johnson, $125 winner. Kendall. Our fourth place finisher on our test was Mr. Lance Sessom. Third place finisher on our test, the winner of $225, was Mr. Noah Chamberlain. Our second place finisher on the test, and I will tell you that there was also a tie on the test, and we have a tiebreaker. Some kids don't fill out the tiebreaker, some kids do. And in this particular case, the two kids that filled out, or there were several that filled it out, but they were like, 2 points away from each other in how they filled out the bonus questions. But so it's important that you guys, I know we say the bonus questions are only for tiebreakers, but this year that bonus separated first and second place. So Mr. Austin Lane, you're second place with a $275 winner. Our first place finisher for our test was Mr. Finn Romachuk. You got it. Okay. Not yet. All right, and you all just had our class placing today. Everybody got to see how the cattle did today, and we give cash prizes to the top 5 finishers as well. So, Mr. Eli Calbo, with a 5th place finish, you get an extra $125 here. Congratulations, buddy. And Miss Bailey Traylor, with her 4th place finish, gets $175. Congratulations, Bailey. I've read this name a couple of times tonight. Getting a 3rd place finish with their calf, Mr. Finn Romachuk, $225 check. Congratulations, Finn. Our 2nd place winner of our calf today was Miss Erin Mack. She receives $275. And as you saw, our grand champion calf today was shown by Miss Zoe Romachuk. $325, Zoe. Congratulations. Now we're going to do overall. And as you know, the top 10 finishers are the top 10 cells of the night. And so we're going to start out, and we'll start out with number 10. Number 10 is Macy Bradick. You're with 10th overall, Macy. Ninth overall was Mackenzie Noska. Eighth overall was Mr. Thomas Chamberlain. Seventh overall was Mr. Lance Sessom. Sixth overall was Miss Kendall Johnson. And once again, I'll just tell you, things can get tight. And they did again. There was like a quarter point separation in these next two. Our fifth place overall finisher is Mr. Ryan Barron. Our fourth place finisher is Mr. Noah Chamberlain. And once again, it was extremely tight when you got to the top three finishes. Our third place finisher overall receives a $500 scholarship, and they'll receive that when they enroll in college, and the scholarship is sent directly to that school. Ms. Zoe Romachuk, you're a winner of the third place scholarship. The next two get a couple of extra items. Not only will they get this certificate that tells how much their scholarship is, they'll also get a reserve buckle or a grand buckle, and they'll get a reserve banner and a grand banner. Today, our second place overall scholarship and reserve overall for the show will go to Mr. Austin Lane, a $1,000 scholarship. This next young man, the last time this award was given was 2 years ago. And I'm excited to be able to tell you that, Finn, you followed in your sister's footsteps. You're our grand champion, overall champion. And for those of you that don't know, I'll just give you a brief history. His sister, Lily, who was a senior 2 years ago, was the overall champion here, went on to Oklahoma State University, and became ill, and she's no longer with us. But it's pretty cool, Finn. That's it, guys. About 5 o'clock, the buyers will start showing up, so you want to be around your stall at 5 o'clock. We're going to have the rest of the show order should be out momentarily. When we left up there, they thought they'd have it done in about 30 minutes. So hopefully by 4 o'clock, we'll have the rest of the show order out. And we have the record books and all of your point scores, your comments and everything that they did on the record books and your interviews. We have comments for your interviews as well over here. So if you would go to the table and just ask for those, they'll give them back to you. And you're dismissed till we see you. The sale starts tonight, so be back. But like I say, be back around 5 as everything that the buyers will need to, see the calves and be over there with your calves and so forth. If you have any questions, feel free to come talk to me.
And I gave you all my trust and I gave you everything that you need. But you